Cool. Cool.
Queerbait, a definition, the incorporation of apparently LGBTQ characters or relationships into a film, television show, etc. as a means of appealing to LGBTQ audiences while maintaining ambiguity about the characters' sexualities. Stranger Things is a show that was intended to uplift outcasts, fight interdimensional monsters, and see the growing bonds between the characters, so obviously we all had high hopes. People assumed they would bring justice to the main character, Will Byers, who was haunted by monsters his entire childhood and had always been in love with his childhood best friend. We were all excited for an absolute nothing burger.
Friends? No thanks. Best friends.
Did you really believe Byler would happen?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the fact that they kept it so ambiguous, I think gave everyone a lot of hope. And also, like, there's that whole thing about, like, why Mike was so awkward in season 4 with Will in, like, California. And also, there's the whole thing about the painting, like, that was totally left, like, unresolved. And it sometimes felt like they were just trying to make the queer audience feel crazy, but, like, at least we were crazy together.
Hey, well, if we're both going crazy, then we'll go crazy together, right?
Yeah. Crazy together.
Why did you want Byler to happen?
I wanted Byler to happen for a various amount of reasons. I wanted Byler to happen so we could have queer representation in a mainstream show to show that gay people are literally normal. And before you say, oh, it wouldn't be realistic, do you think Demogorgons actually exist? Why are beings from another world easier to grasp than two gay kids that love each other? Ugh.
Do you know what Byler not being endgame has done to the queer community?
Yes, it's horrible. Now, every time somebody talks about Byler online or posts about them, there's a lot of malevolent fans and homophobic people telling us that Byler was never in the cards or that we're fetishizing them. Nobody ever says about straight ships though, but suddenly when it's a gay ship, we're fetishizing them? Like, no. We just want them to be happy and hold hands. Come on.
What are your thoughts on Byler?
Don't even get me started. I'm still mourning.
After Volume 1 of Season 5 of Stranger Things dropped, everyone was so happy. We all had so much hope for the show. Everyone was united by our shared excitement for Volume 2.
So do you think that Mike and Will are gonna end up together? Because I saw the way that Mike was looking longingly at Will across the battlefield.
I'm gonna be honest, I was a Mike and Elle shipper, but after that scene, kind of converted to side Byler because, like, there's also the painting that they have to discuss. There's no way they're not gonna bring out the painting because that's such a huge plot point, so I'm getting kind of excited. I like being a Byler.
Yeah, I saw in an interview with the cast that they will talk about the painting, so I'm excited. Little did they know that in less than a month, the rest of the season will be released and the painting was never discussed. For those of you who don't know the painting scene, Will makes a painting for Mike but tells Mike that Elle commissioned it, what she didn't, and pretty much confesses his feelings for Mike but says to him that this is all Elle's words and feelings and he's just relaying it, which isn't true. It's a heartbreaking scene. It's even more heartbreaking scene now that we know it was all for nothing.
This is our last fan we'll be talking to today. Do you think Mike and Will have a future outside the show? Do you think they could find their way back to each other off screen?
Yes, absolutely they can. In fact, I already have an idea for this. So you know how it's like Mike and Will? Okay, flip it around, Wick and Mill. So what I'm thinking is in another universe, because obviously we know that they're endgame in every single universe because love crosses all universes. So Wick and Mill, obviously they're actors, they're not destined for each other, but the characters are. So what we do is we get Finn Wolfhard and Noah Schnapp to go do a little indie film, and they're like their characters, but they're not their characters because their characters are actually named Wick and Mill instead of Mike and Will. So we have them fall in love, have their story, and we could also get a little bit more of like other stories too, but like Wick and Mill, right? Byler.
It's nice to see that not all Byler fans have lost all hope. Yeah, Byler didn't happen, but we will never forget about it. We will never forget when Mike told Will they would go crazy together, when Mike held Will's hand when he was afraid, their angsty rain fight, the hidden confession from Will sealed within his painting to Mike, and finally, when Mike ran across the battlefield to hug Will after Will saved his life. We may not have seen them live happily ever after in the Stranger Things universe, but at least we can read millions of fan fictions of them on AO3.
So freaking good!